Hey everybody, welcome to the Solar Sister channel. It's your girl Solar Sister coming to you once again with another video. Guys, I wanted to come on here today and just talk to you about some things that have been kind of bothering me a little bit here with just the way some things are happening here in the Gambia. And it's becoming an issue for all repats, I believe. And I just wanted to come on here and just talk to you about it. Before I move forward, though, if you would, go ahead, thumbs up the video, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, hit the notification bell if you'd like to be made aware of upcoming videos, and feel free to share with anyone you think might benefit. So guys, look, the Gambia is such a small place. And that was actually, I think, one of the reasons why I chose to come here. Because being a little country girl from the South, this place just feels like home. When I was doing my research, it felt like it was going to feel like home, and it didn't disappoint. But I just feel like there are some things that are just continuing to happen in this place. I guess because it's so small. I feel like there's some things that if they keep happening, it's going to affect diasporans who are wanting to come here, diasporans who are trying to stay here. I just don't want other people's issues to become a situation that affects everybody alike. So many people have, been watching a lot of things that have been going on in these YouTube streets. And it just seems like, the Gambia keeps being called out as a place where, people just are not getting along, people are fighting, blah, blah, blah. But I just want y'all to understand that that is not happening across the board, okay? Now, of course, there are some things that are continuing to go on because there are some issues that are needing to be settled. There's some things that are needing to be, just squashed and dealt with. But I feel like so much negativity has gone on that it may be something that is going to be a cause for concern for a lot of people who are just trying to live their whole black lives, trying to mind their own black business while, out here in the Gambia or here on the continent. And so I just wanted to address the difference between being a guest versus being a visitor, because I think many of us are confused. We feel like, yes, we are from the diaspora, and we feel like, yes, we should be able to come back home. But if my research is correct, there haven't been a whole lot of countries on the continent that have explicitly extended an invitation for many of us to come home. There have been a few who have, given dual citizenship because they want the diaspora to come back and reconnect, with our roots. But in order for us to want that kind of invitation to be extended, by the Gambia and any other countries, we need to at least be showing that we are at least going to be good people to have as family in, their home. So when I was kind of, tossing up the term, guest versus visitor, I did a little research, tried to figure out, because, a lot of people use those terms synonymously, guest and visitor. But I feel like a guest is someone who gets an explicit invitation to come somewhere. You've been invited to come to my home, or you've been invited to come to this event or what have you. But if you're a visitor, you're just somebody who could just decide, well, I feel like going to X, Y, and Z place. You make the decision to go, whether you have an invitation or not. You just go visit. And so I feel like many of us are getting confused about what our status is in this place called the Gambia. No one has invited us to come here, at least to my knowledge. I don't think anyone has opened their arms and said, yes, we want you all to come back home. We're now extending this invitation. We want everybody to come back home if you have roots here, blah, blah, blah. So I just want us to get to a place where we can figure out how to handle our beefs. And I'm putting that in quotes. That's just something that we say in the States. If we have beefs with each other, get to a place where we can handle those things in a way that doesn't have to get disrespectful, that doesn't have to get down in the dirt, in the mud, especially out, in the open, where others can see a lot of our dysfunction. Now, I get it, people get pushed, and then finally, they strike out because people get tired of getting beat up on, people get tired of their characters being assassinated, people just get tired of just being with. Yeah, y'all know what I'm trying to say. But anyway, so what I wanted to do was I wanted to come on here and just talk about the difference between being a guest in someone's home or just being a visitor in someone's home. So I looked up the definition of what it means to be a good guest. Again, like I said, the difference between being a guest and a visitor. A guest means that if you're a guest, it means that you've been given an explicit invitation to come. That means they wanted you. They asked you, come. But when you're a visitor, you just made the decision that, I'm going to go over here to this place. Now, they didn't give you an explicit invitation, but they didn't tell you you couldn't come. But you're just there visiting. There is no open invitation for you to be wherever it is that you are, okay? So I wanted to just look up what it means to be a good guest. And so I just Googled something, and I actually found like 8 tips on how to be a good guest. And that's just being a guest in someone's home. So I'm going to try to equate being a guest in someone's home to being a guest in someone's country. Because, yeah, that's what I do. So I found 8 tips in the Googleations. And the first one says that to be a good house guest, bring a gift. And when I look at bringing a gift, if you're a person who's going to another country, bring a gift. You might not bring a physical gift, but you could bring your talents, you could bring your skills, you could bring, whatever. Something that's going to be a help, to your new country. Number 2, it says be respectful of their schedules. That's being respectful of the schedules of the people whose house you're going to. So I'm going to cut it off and just say be respectful when you're in someone else's country. Be respectful. Be respectful of who they are. Be respectful of how they do things. Be respectful of, the laws. Be respectful of the resources that they have. Don't just be putting an undue burden, on their criminal justice system behind nonsense and foolery. But just be respectful. If this isn't stuff that you would do if you were in your home, then don't do it, in somebody else's country. Boom. Number 3, let them know when you're arriving and leaving. Now that's basically going to be taken care of with your visa, with your visa process. They got your passport and everything on file. They know how long you've been in the country, blah, blah, blah. Make sure, you're following those rules to a T. Make sure you're doing what you need to do to let them know, hey, I'm here. Let them know when you're gone. All right. Number 4, ask about the rules. Now, that's part of the research that I think people need to make sure that they do before they step foot in any foreign country. Make sure you know the rules of the land. Make sure you're doing things the way that they're supposed to be done. Make sure you're just following the rules, following the guidelines, following the laws of whatever land you're going to. Don't just think because, this is how we did things in America, that's how it's going to be in your new country. Now, I'm going to leave it there. Okay, number 5, it says help wash the dishes. If you're a guest in someone's house, help wash the dishes, you know. And I equate that to being a guest in another country is maybe not helping wash the dishes, maybe helping clean up, you know, certain things that they may not have the time to do or the sources to do, or things they thought of doing. You know, try to clean up, you know, around you. Clean up, you know, an area. Even if you didn't drop the trash, clean it up. You know, because that's just showing, you know, the people in that particular country that, you know what, I'm happy to be here and this is what I'm going to do to just show you how much I appreciate being here. Okay, number 6, offer to pay for a meal. If you're in somebody else's house, offer to buy some groceries, offer to pay for a meal. So I equate that as being a guest in a country as maybe you offering up your business, creating a business that is providing an opportunity for a family to feed itself, or create some type of organization that's helping families learn how to better feed themselves, take care of themselves, give them opportunities to help grow, you know, their income so that they can live a better life, live in a better situation. Bring something to the table, you know, that affects positively affects the people in the community that you're going to. Number 7, leave your space cleaner than before. If you're going to somebody's house, leave the room that you slept in clean. You ain't gonna leave the dirty sheets on the bed. You at least gonna vacuum the floor. You're gonna do something. So I equate that as a guest in someone's country. You don't want to create an atmosphere in the new place that you're going to that was not there before you got there. So you don't want to be out in these streets creating confusion, fighting with people, starting beefs with your own people, whatever it is that, you know, you don't do it. If it wasn't being done, you know, before you got there, don't create a situation, you know, that's causing havoc, that's causing negativity in the new space that you're in. Number 8, and this is the final one. It says, make sure to say thank you. If you're a guest in someone's home, make sure you let them know how much you appreciated them freeing up some time to allow you to occupy their space. So many of us, like I said, are trying to make the Gambia home, and many of us are trying to make, you know, other African countries our home. So part of us wanting to stay here, I feel like we need to always be in a spirit or in a space of feeling grateful for being able to be here. There are a lot of people who want to be able to do what many of us have done, many of us are planning to do, and they don't have either the gumption, they don't have either the know-how, the money, whatever. They may have, you know, health issues that may keep them from being able to make this kind of move. Family obligations or what have you. There are a lot of people who want to be able to do what we're doing and they cannot. So if we have been able to do it, if you have been able to move to another country, always be in a spirit of gratitude, in a spirit of appreciation for just having the gumption to be able to do it and the resources to be able to do it. Y'all, all I can say is we have to start governing ourselves better than what many of us have done, because what is happening with some people is going to eventually start trickling down to affect the other people who are here just trying to live, just trying to figure it out. So guys, I'm gonna leave it right there. I hope that stuff made sense. I was doing these translations real time, so I hope they make sense. But again, there is a difference between being a visitor and a guest. And y'all, we are not guests in this country, because I don't remember a call being put out by the Gambia, like, you know, like I said, some of the other countries where they have actually extended invitations wanting diasporans to come. The Gambia is a great place to be. The people here are nice and friendly. You know, people are just here minding their business, doing what they need to do to try to live, just try to live life. So y'all, if you want to come to the Gambia, there's room for you. But look, just govern yourselves accordingly. Make sure that you are not creating a situation that is making it, that's going to possibly close the doors for others to be able to come behind us. And y'all, shoot, it might, some of this behavior might get all of us kicked out. And so I just want us to just focus, and keep the main thing the main thing. All these unnecessary beefs, all of this dysfunction, it's too much. One thing I've said before, and I'm going to say it again, is if Africa won't do anything else for you when you get here, it will definitely show you exactly who you are. If you were toxic in the States, I guarantee you're going to be toxic here. So try to do as much healing as you can before you get here, and recognize what kind of healing you need before you get here. Because even if you can't complete all of your work there, you at least have an idea of what things you need to do to continue your healing process. So guys, I'm going to leave it right here. I've gone longer than I planned. I said I was going to be doing shorter videos, but y'all know, look, talky-loo, I've done it. But anyway, guys, like I always say, if you can't do anything else, protect your head space, protect your heart space, guys, and keep your vibration high. Until the next one, it's your girl, Solar Sister.